A man who was shot dead on his doorstep on Christmas Eve in London was killed in front of his family, police say. The man has been named by the Metropolitan Police as Swedish national Flamur Beqiri, who has a wife and a young child. According to media reports, Mr. Beqiri is the brother of former Real Housewives of Cheshire star Misse Beqiri. Officers were called to a townhouse in Battersea Church Road at about 9 p.m. to reports of shots being fired. The victim, believed to be in his 30s, was pronounced dead after police and paramedics arrived at the scene, with witnesses saying he was bleeding heavily. Neighbors described hearing multiple gunshots followed by a woman screaming desperately for help. Mr. Beqiri is reported to have married his wife, Deborah Krasnicki, in Cernobbio by Lake Como, Italy, in October 2018. An article in Grace Ormond Wedding Style magazine, which published photos of the occasion, revealed the couple first met through Facebook. Ms. Krasnicki told the magazine that the pair, initially just friends, fell deeply in love at his sister's wedding after speaking for endless hours over the phone. "There was always something special about our connection and bond," she said. Mr. Beqiri's Facebook profile photo is a picture with his sister, Real Housewives of Cheshire star Misse Beqiri, with the caption, "Brothers." No arrests have been made following his killing. Detective Chief Inspector Jamie Stevenson said, "Our investigation is in the very early stages and we are still working to establish what a motive could be that has led to a man losing his life in such a horrific way, on Christmas Eve, in front of his family. They have been devastated by this horrible event and are being supported by specialist officers. We know that the victim was returning home with his wife and young child following an evening out, when he was shot just yards from his home. The assailant then fled on foot in the direction of Battersea Bridge Road." Neighbor Vittoria Amati, 60, said, "I was watching television when I heard this round of shots. One after the other very quickly. There was between 8 to 10 of them. I knew it was a shooting and I didn't want to come out because I was scared it might not be safe. I then heard the screams of the wife. I came out and realized it was one of my neighbors. He was lying in front of his doorway in a pool of blood. He was still alive. We were really hoping he would make it." You have no idea how desperate she, his wife, sounded. Mrs. Amati said a young woman who identified herself as a nurse helped the victim and applied pressure to his wounds. Mr. Beqiri was moved from his doorway and initially into the back of an ambulance by paramedics, she said. However, they took him out again to begin treating him on the road. A cordon has been set up at the scene and police have been carrying out forensic inquiries. A tent has been placed over a point in Battersea Church Road. It is the 142nd homicide identified by the PA news agency in London in 2019, the highest number in a calendar year since 2008. Last year there were 141 police-recorded homicides in the capital.